Big news today.
Big
Did
news.
did you see the big news over the
Hey,
weekend?
listen,
Or is it just me following important
listen.
things on
This
you?
is all. This is all I have to say about this. We're back, baby. We're
Back.
back.
Dude, this is
Listen,
our
we've
breakdown episode.
we've
Yeah.
we've taken a backseat to art, to food, to
Yes.
we've taken a backseat to all these industries.
Yeah.
And what do these professionals do? They break in to the most important museum on earth, and what do they steal? They do not steal Vermeers. They
That's
do
right.
not steal Rembrandts. They steal jewelry.
That's right. Nothing matters like the crown jewels, baby.
What's up? We're back in the limelight.
Yeah.
We're gonna ride this. We already have millions of viewers. We are gonna ride this story into billions of viewers.
Billions.
I
This
can
is,
tell.
yeah. Dude, we're going to get all the big politicians and everybody's going to make their rounds of this podcast at this point because this
Yes.
is the story everybody's talking about.
They'll have to. Yeah, they won't they'll have to. The market will force them
Yeah.
to come talk to us. Yeah. I mean, I thought the tariffs were good, but
This
this is
is
just falling into our laps.
this is incredible. So it's like a movie.
It is like a movie.
They'll probably make many movies about it,
I think so.
and many have been made about similar heists. It's a heist.
It is a heist. It's a
That's
heist.
there's nothing cooler than a heist.
There's literally nothing cooler than the heist. There's nothing cooler than doing it at the Louvre. Like it couldn't have been a cooler. Have you?
I'm not
There's a
sure this
Netflix.
is a responsible message to be putting out there.
Oh,
By the way. Yeah.
well, no, I'm just saying. I think we can really appreciate the fact that if you're gonna do it
It's
right.
gonna
Like
be
really
it's gonna be
get in
gems.
there.
It's got
Yeah.
to be gems, diamonds. There was
Yep.
So
Yep.
did you have you read the latest on this? It's pretty interesting.
Tell me about the latest.
All right, so the whole things I think there were four guys.
Uh-huh.
They went to Louvre on Sunday morning at 9:30. So the people are starting to, like, the tourists are starting to go in. The
Yeah.
place is
They're
already
open.
open.
Business is open.
Business is open. People are, I mean, it's early in the day, but people are starting to filter into the museum.
Uh-huh.
And then four guys take a furniture truck. So I guess they have like they call it furniture elevator truck. And so I guess particularly in Paris or in Europe, they have these. They're all over the place because they have the old buildings, walk up apartments and stuff, and they don't have space like in the stairwell to get furniture up and down into the apartments. So what they do is they have these furniture elevator trucks. They put the furniture on there, go up and go through the window. So they got one of these furniture elevators and drove up to the Louvre.
Gosh.
Louvre.
Oh gosh.
Not that sophisticated.
Yeah, not that.
And they drive up to the window of the exhibit that they were targeting, with a truck and four motorcycles. They go up. One of the guys wearing like a construction vest goes up, goes to the window. They got some tools from like a nearby renovation site, and they cut through the window and pried open something, two tools, an angler, something. Anyway, used that. They cut through the window. They go in. They used the tools to threaten the security guards, keep them away. And they took a bunch of royal jewels. So it was a particular set.
I can name them.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you finish, I can get into the actual jewelry, but
Okay. So they take a bunch of these jewels. They leave. They're in and out in 7 minutes. They go out. They tried to set fire to the truck, but it didn't work. They missed that. So they messed up.
By the way, a quick cleanup on that point. I had read, I don't know if this is true, I had read that a random employee of the museum stopped them from catching their truck on fire.
Okay, yeah. So
That's
they
what I
yeah,
heard. I don't know.
so they got foiled again, like the
Foiled. Yeah.
foiled again,
We'll
like
get
in the
them next
cartoons.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 They abandoned one of the motorcycles for some reason. I didn't catch why that happened.
Mhm.
And then yeah, I guess three or four motorcycles that were left. They fled the scene on motorcycle along like along the River Seine.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like straight out of like the
Just a
Italian Job or
just
whatever.
a movie. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they also got pictures of the plates on the motorcycles, the cops. So they're
Okay.
going to track those. They're going to track the. And what else can I tell you? They drop. I guess you'll get into this, but they dropped at least one thing. They dropped the crown, which had 1,400 diamonds on it. So yeah, whoever they're selling this to is going to be a little disappointed.
And some of the largest emeralds I've ever seen in my life. And six giant golden eagles going around. I mean, what a thing to drop.
Yeah, what a thing to drop. How do you
And what
drop?
a
Who
thing
dropped that?
who dropped it? And what a thing to be walking along eating their croissant and find
Oh, yeah, to pick up.
and they
Yeah,
yeah, like, "Oh, what's this? Oh, oh my gosh, more trash on the streets of
yeah,
France," and they
littering.
pick out
Yeah,
and it's the crown. All the crown jewels. Yeah, just a ridiculous, yeah, set of circumstances, and they left, and again, by the way, uh, they did a great job. Like, I mean, really, I think we can all agree that they did like a really good. They got away at this point. Like they did everything in their power. They're totally got away. But I will point out, and this is not a criticism, but they left the Regent Diamond, which is like by a really, really big margin, the most valuable thing. Yeah, they were in the Apollo room, and so it was all like Napoleonic jewels and stuff. And they left the largest thing there, like the most valuable thing there, which is weird.
which
I
is
don't know.
weird. Yeah, I'm not sure how these. Did they just like go in, grab whatever they could, or were they like?
Yeah, the
Did they
video.
research like a specific set? Because I think they took like a specific set of stuff from one person.
I'd seen some. So there was like three or four queens. Oh, let me name the jewelry. Let me name the
Okay.
jewelry.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's kind of what we're looking at. So 9 items taken. One, at least you can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at a list here, so I didn't know if okay.
Okay.
9 items taken. One, at least one dropped and recovered, said crown. Um, okay, there's a tiara and a brooch attributed to Napoleon's third wife. There is an emerald necklace and an emerald earring set attributed to Marie Louise. There's a tiara, a necklace, and a single earring from a specific set. And then there's this a reliquary brooch, and so there's sort of like four different things. The brooch is kind of on its own, and then there's three sort of like sets of things. But just I didn't even get it was actually very difficult to find specific info on the pieces,
Yeah.
because everything is jammed up. Like if you type in, so if you saw, you're like, okay, Napoleon's third wife, okay, tiara. Let's see like what that is. If you Googled that, you are not going to find any information about the tiara. You're going to find 4,000 stories posted in
About
the
the
last five
heist.
hours.
Yeah.
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 But just to give you an idea, that tiara, and by the way, if you look at it, these stones are I mean, there's not a stone on this that's less than, 3, 4 carats. I mean, these are large items. And the emeralds, hundreds of carats each. 56 of the absolute largest emeralds I've ever seen in my life, hundreds of carats each. 2,480 diamonds.
Yeah.
So the emerald necklace that was also stolen, 32 of also the largest emeralds I've ever
Yeah.
seen in my life. 1,138 diamonds.
Yeah,
Same on
yeah. I
the
was gonna say
earrings.
because the crown that they dropped had 1,400.
1,400 diamonds on that.
It's a lot
Uh,
of diamonds to drop.
oh gosh, I don't know how to pronounce this, but it was the last queen of France. They had a
Antoinette.
tiara, a necklace, and a single earring
I
stolen
was
from.
gonna say Antoinette. Was it Marie Antoinette or some other Antoinette?
Oh, it may have been. Yeah, I maybe this is it. It's the Salon Sapphire one. Did you see that one? It was a set.
I
So
don't know. Yeah,
okay, so there's a tiara, there's a necklace, and there's a single earring. The tiara has Salon Sapphires, 1,083 diamonds, and again, these Salon Sapphires are like them themselves would be in the Smithsonian
yeah,
Museum.
yeah,
Every single stone on all of these jewels, like it's so easy to like look. Like they post the pictures of some of the pieces, and you can see. I mean, you look at the pictures, you're like, oh wow, that's crazy. It's a tiara. Like everyone that's watching this, all millions, look down at your ring that you're wearing, and look at the center stone in the middle, and then multiply that by like 20 times.
yeah.
That's one stone of 2,480 on one piece of eight. That's
Wait,
just
so
one.
all the 2,400 stones were like major stones, not like Melly.
They all look like center stones. They all there are no
Wow,
melee on this. Like every it's just a
wow,
row. I mean, okay,
holy
not
cow.
every diamond is not 200 carats, but every
Yeah,
diamond's like a 5 carat, 10 carat, 20 carat, like just rows and rows, unbelievable size. Yeah, this is like, that Napoleon era was like so grandeur. I
yeah.
mean,
That was
just the greatest jewels of all time. I mean, these jewels were passed down. It's like the highest quality jewels from 1,000 years of us getting the jewels, like the best jewels.
yeah,
Uh, it is crazy. Unbelievable. And so they said, they were saying the value, just in the hundreds of millions of pounds. I mean, you couldn't. But the thing is, the funny thing is, and everyone is going to see that they're going to see like the values and stuff, and they're going to go, gosh, hundreds of millions of dollars. But that's not even the thing to take away from that. Because the numbers that get thrown around with like defense budgets and like how much, like they say like one bomber is $2 billion. So okay, so then you see this and you're like, okay, like gosh, like a few 100 million pounds, like gosh, that's crazy, but that's like not even like one bomber, and we just ordered like 40 of them. So like I think what I'm what I'm saying is what I'm saying is it's
should have
really
stolen a bomber. Is that the
they
argument?
should really
For the
focus on stealing bombers,
bombers, yeah, they should
not
do that. Yeah,
priceless jewelry. No, the point is we see so many big, really, really, really big numbers nowadays in our lives every day. Like I'm looking at a McDonald's sign and it says billions served. So, it's $100 million or whatever. The point though in my head when I see this stuff is like you you can't replace it. Like they don't
yeah,
have the stone, the Salon sapphires, those mines.
yeah.
You
They're
can't
gone. Yeah,
get them.
yeah,
Like, you can print money and you can make a bomber. You literally cannot get emeralds big enough, like, and these diamonds to replace this jewelry. You
yeah.
just can't. Um,
So that is an interesting. It brings up an interesting question, which is, what are these guys gonna do with this stuff at this point?
mm,
Right. So what?
yeah.
So if you steal a bomber, you basically have to sell it to like the Chinese government or something.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's not what I said.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not
I didn't
sure.
say that just now.
Some government, yeah.
Wow.
Um, well, I'm not sure. It's like, I mean, I guess. Well, I guess you could do the same thing. You could sell it to like a private like a private aviation collector or something like that. But it would
Lots of
be,
bomber collectors. There's lots of airplane enthusiasts that might
yeah,
be interested in a bomber.
hard to put
Um,
on display though.
Yeah, put
Um,
on display. I'm sure there's some cartels that would be very interested in that. They would be a good source. Yeah. This is an interesting question of what they do, and so what's really tricky about jewelry theft, heists, let's just get it straight here. It's a straight up
so
heist.
is a whole so just wait there a second. Is this a heist? I don't actually know. I've never looked up the definition of heist. Is a heist like Ocean's 11 is like a
Yeah.
little different than this because they're basically like tricking people into doing stuff.
Yeah.
That is this still called a heist? It's kind of like a smash and grab.
No, 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 no. Hang on, buddy. Don't downplay this. I I think the Webster dictionary description for heist is just really cool robbery.
Okay. All
So
right.
I think you have just sort of like a panel. It's just like in the culture, was that smash and grab? Was that robbery really awesome?
Yeah. It's
And
pretty
if
cool. I
yeah,
don't know if
if
I'd say
yes,
it's like as cool as the Italian Job or Ocean's 11, but yeah,
well, we don't know what's gonna see. You got the ending in
a
those
bit smash
movies.
and grabby. What?
We
Yeah,
don't
that's true. That's
we
true.
don't know the ending here.
That's
And by
true.
the way, it sounds like you said, "Oh, a heist involves coercing people, Ocean's 11, whatever." They did scare off some security guards with an angle grinder, with like a Harbor Freight angle grinder.
All right, that's
Like
a little like, less sophisticated than like,
it's it's giving Iron Man 1.
wearing like a 3D printed rubber face mask to
Okay, well,
fool
uh,
the eye
yeah.
scanner or whatever. Yeah.
Not everyone is Mission Impossible. Some people don't care about the theatrics.
Yeah.
Right? Some people just are get it done guys. They're just
Got to
executing.
get the $200 million of jewelry.
Get the yeah. Okay. Definition. We're
All
gonna
right.
look this up together.
This I will give them like in terms of efficiency, like the uh, again, I'm gonna say like least amount of apparent planning versus like the payoff. This is pretty solid. Like get four motorcycles, grab a truck, go up, cut through the window, grab the stuff, and leave. It's pretty. Seems like a pretty well executed for like $100 million plus of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Pretty good. Yeah.
yeah,
And they didn't chicken out. They didn't do it at night. They didn't do it. I mean, they did it.
yeah.
They did it in the
All right, we get
limelight.
extra points for that.
Do you get extra points if you do it at a harder time than normal? You do get extra points. And by the way, I just want to clean all this up for everyone. I just looked up what the definition of heist is. All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
I You're gonna be like, wow, I feel like an idiot. A heist is literally the definition, noun, a robbery. And hang on, and the exact example they give, this is from Oxford Dictionary. The exact example they give is a diamond heist.
All right, so I guess it's a heist. Yeah,
And if you care
there were
more about
diamonds
chat,
involved.
if you care about what AI has to say, then AI has to say that a heist is just a large scale theft of valuable items, cash, jewels, art, whatever. It involves a robbery, etc. And but it's just something of high value, a robbery or theft of high value. So this is a heist. I don't know what to tell you.
Got it. Okay.
This is a heist. This is what happens. Maybe if you've been watching the news, or if people are seeing updates on this or whatever. Here's the trick now with jewelry theft. And by the way, this applies to heists like this, like stealing royal jewels, and this applies to someone walking into a random jewelry store and like a smash and grab or something, right? This applies to all of this. The reason why jewelry theft is so tricky and it's so time sensitive. So the cops, uh they have to very quickly put down all their croissants, and they've got to find these guys in the next, like, I mean, very like day or something, or else it's all over. Because what
Yeah.
happens with jewelry and stones is they you can melt down the material. So with art, you take a Rembrandt, right? you sort of, if you mess up or if you change the art, you've lost all the value. Like you can't, you're not gonna be able to, you can't fence it, you can't sell it, you can't do anything with it. You've ruined the thing that has value. The trick with the jewelry is you will lose the sort of uh you will lose the cushion of it being like Napoleon's tiara or a Marie Antoinette's earring, but you retain all of the value of the material no matter what the form is. Basically, you can melt down the stones, the gold, the material. You can shave the stones or cut them or just break them up and individually or whatever. You can cut off a girdle. I'm sure none of these are inscribed. I mean, they're hundreds of years old. But you can do all of this stuff to all these things and retain
Yeah,
significant amount of the value. And you would never know. You could sell it at a jewelry store for all they know. It wouldn't matter.
yeah, yeah. So
That's the
and
trick.
that is the kind of sad part here. As you said, there's like two alternatives. I suppose they could sell it to like a private collector who was looking for this specifically, like might have contracted them to do this or
Saudi
something.
Arabia
That would
or
be, yeah, somebody in
I'm
like
just
some random place, like a Bond villain,
Saudi
basically.
Arabia.
That
Yeah, yeah.
like some kind of Bond villain that has like a private layer, and he wants to,
Bond villain, Saudi prince, whoever it
yeah. So
is. Yeah,
okay, all
yeah.
right, yeah. Let's see where we're headed with this here.
Yeah.
And so that is maybe possible, probably. I would say probably unlikely from what I understand, from whatever I've read about this.
Yeah.
Um, because I mean, they wouldn't even be able to like display it much, right? They could display it
Right.
like very privately, but really like you can't like show it to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Um, so it wouldn't have like so too much of a purpose. Um, so the other like more likely scenario is that they're going to take this all apart, like you said, melt all the gold. Those are quite unfortunate.
Mhm.
You lose all the pieces, and then especially the stones. They're
Yeah.
not. They wouldn't be inscribed, so you can't track them that way. But that's not the thing. Like they can. These are all probably pretty well like documented.
Yeah.
So they're gonna know. They're gonna be able to recognize those stones
Yeah. A
by the
200 carat emerald is a
inclusion
pretty tough
signature.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what they end up having to do is like either cut them down substantially, or in the case of a 200 carat emerald, you probably have to cut it into like several different stones, literally
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and there you're literally gonna like decimate the value of that. You'll still have like a
It's
lot left
yeah.
for them. It's good. It's probably like enough for them to, if there's four guys, whatever, to split between them.
Yeah.
It's just a
No,
sad thing
it's
to
the
take a
worst.
200 carat emerald like that with a lot of history and uh just
It
turn it into a
sucks. Yeah.
bunch of stuff.
It's yeah, it's really unfortunate. Yeah. That is the worst part is that they will just
Yeah.
yeah, the art, all the other stuff that people heist all the time, art mainly, they have to keep it intact. So you have the entire duration of the chase, the hunt, trying to find it, and you can fairly safely assume that it's intact if you find it because they have to keep it intact to keep the value. This
And
all
I guess the thing with art is that I guess maybe like people put that on display, and like um people will just look at it and assume it's a replica, even though like like they're
I
not going to be
I
able.
yeah, I think I
I don't know
think
if that's how
you
it works.
might
Yeah.
be I think you might be assuming a whole lot of care out of like a Russian oligarch or a Saudi prince I'm literally just making but I'm not
Yeah, they
saying
don't
they
care if
stole
it's
it.
stolen, yeah.
Why would they care? What?
Well,
Yeah.
would they just display this too then? Would they just take the crown jewels and put them on display in their
Have
house
you
or somewhere?
watched, and again, I'm not saying that it's an Ul monarch from Dubai. That's not what I'm saying. But all
Dude,
I'm
you're really picking on a bunch of people here.
I'm
I'm
really,
telling you,
yeah, but all
we're
I'm
about to
saying
get
is,
canceled all
yeah, we're
over the
gonna
place.
get
Yeah.
canceled. Yeah. Yeah. What, hey, prove me wrong. To these guys, I'm calling out, fly me out. Um, treat me pretty good or whatever,
Yeah.
give me a few things, buy me a couple things, show me sort of around or whatever,
Yeah.
and I'll come back and report if I saw the crown jewels or not.
Yeah.
And
By the way, like sponsor the show.
sponsor, yeah,
We're totally open.
sponsor the show. Come on the show, and tell us how you don't have it or whatever. Tell us what you were doing this morning at 9:30, or yesterday. Um, so anyway, uh, the point is, I don't know if you've seen those videos. Those, I mean, these guys, these like secret rooms, and I'm trying to say, I don't know who has it, obviously. All I'm trying to say is, I don't think like not displaying it is they're not like,
That's
oh
very
my
like
gosh,
Bond villainy.
yeah,
Like,
they,
do
yeah,
they have, so these people have like private, I guess you've been there. Do
I've
they
been
have,
there.
yeah, do they have private rooms where they like
I
press a
I
button and
watched.
the wall opens up and like oh, check out my private
Yeah, this is
collection. They
yeah,
take
this
you
is
in there, show
Napoleon's
you all
crown.
of their stolen art, and then like press another button and drop you through the floor into the
Into
Shark
the
Tank or
concrete?
something.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, into this prison, yeah. Yeah.
Sharks
Yeah,
with
no,
laser beams on their foreheads.
yeah,
Yeah,
laser beams on
yeah.
the, yeah. All I'm saying is, I watched a TikTok this morning, and there's a guy in Nebraska or somewhere that's a quote unquote security expert that built a bat cave in his middle class home, like a totally random home in a random neighborhood. And you go down to the basement, and he's like, somewhere in Gotham. And he opens up this 12-inch thick vault door, and there's a freaking bat cave in there.
Wait,
So,
like with a Batmobile?
yeah, like a yeah, all the
With a
stuff.
car?
All the stuff. So I'm just saying, and he's just like, "Oh, yeah, I'm kind of a Batman freak." And so I'm just saying, like, probably his neighbors don't know that,
Yeah,
and probably the HOA is not aware.
yeah.
And so all I'm trying to say is, if a Saudi prince ends up with some crown jewels, or a Russian oligarch ends up with some crown jewels, I'm saying that displaying it's probably not like, they're probably not like, "Oh, guys, thanks for stealing these crown jewels for me. Oh, shucks, I'm not going to be able to show them to my other Russian oligarch friends because, shoot, I can't show them off, I guess." I'm saying they're probably fine. They're
That's
probably
fair.
gonna be
That's
able to
fair.
show them off.
I guess
Yeah.
that's fair. Do you think they
Yeah.
wear them? They wear them. They like dress up and wear them to dinner and stuff.
I would definitely dress up and wear them. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I would definitely dress up. I would be worried about lice and stuff, but I would definitely.
I feel like this is your, maybe this is your calling. Maybe this is where you need to get into the into this circle.
I'm
And
taking Let's just
or
say this without saying too much here.
yeah,
I'm taking notes.
you're taking notes. Yeah.
Let's just say I'm taking notes.
All right.
That's all. Yeah, that's all we gotta say.
All
No,
right.
but it is really, kind of joking around or whatever. I mean, it is one of the most sort of crushing things about all this. Like, yeah, heist. Like, wow, like what a freaking story. Like, crazy. And I do want to quickly make fun of the guy that had a secure, whoever this was that was on the news, that they were like, hey, this is like a movie level situation that just
Yes.
happened.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, yeah, I mean, hey, the Louvre has the best security in the world. And I just want to quickly point out, sort of like, that's funny. Like, that's a little bit ironic or whatever.
Yeah.
But I will defend him, actually, just in case he wants to come on the show. I will defend him, and I'll just point out because all of the reaction to that is that, like, LOL, like, can't be the best security in the world. You got robbed. And I'll just point out that two things can be true at once. You can have the best museum security in the world, and you can also still get robbed. That doesn't mean you don't have the best security. The
Yeah,
best,
yeah,
yeah, the
yeah.
best security in the
They
world can
also
just
have
not
the
be good
best
enough.
jewels in the world. Like, yeah, I mean,
Also,
literally, just like the
yeah,
left, like the stuff they got away, the handful of stuff they got away with was like in the hundreds of millions, apparently. So yeah, like that's quite a collection to be securing.
quite quite a situation. Yeah,
Yeah, but I
yeah.
feel like we should. It would be pretty fun if we could get someone on the show to talk about this stuff. We can get heisties,
Heisties, yes,
or
or heistresses. We
heistresses.
want to be
Yeah,
inclusive.
yeah,
Whatever.
yeah,
Yep.
or
Whatever.
just
Yeah. Whatever your
curious.
heist
Yeah,
background,
experts in the field, whatever. Yeah.
experts in the
Oh,
field.
okay.
Yeah, it would be pretty entertaining. Yes, and we should reach out because we're willing to defend you guys on this.
Yeah.
Anyone watching, like, I am willing to point out that it's a big building. I already struggle to, like, vacuum my entire house, and I cannot imagine how difficult it is to protect that big of a building.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, we understand, like, I get it. So you could come on in. This is a safe space. And actually, one thing that I would like out of this community, if we're going to bash the Louvre, if we're going to say, like, wow, what security, LOL, if we're going to do all that stuff, one thing I would like out of all this is I would like some more spotlight on the individual pieces. I had a very difficult time figuring out the carat weight of all these pieces of jewelry.
Yeah, no, no, no. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, even it might be interesting to get legitimately to get someone from the museum
Yeah.
or from another museum or whatever and talk about some of these museum.
Bring awareness to
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
actually show some jewelry too.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Well, they don't have any jewelry to show right now.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so it's all
true.
stolen.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Yeah.
heisters want to show the jewelry off and try
Yeah.
to sell
Hey,
it. Yeah,
if you guys want to
yeah,
present the jewelry here,
yeah. To hundreds of millions of viewers,
hundreds of millions of viewers, you're
get
a good
some.
buyer, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
There is one other thing, and this is a segue. The reason why I kept bringing up the Saudi princes is I want to bring up one more thing here. Did you happen to note anything about the big tennis tournament thing that happened in Saudi Arabia? The Six Kings tournament.
No, I
It was
didn't
on
see that.
Netflix.
I saw like Saudi, what was it called? The Saudi Riyadh Comedy Festival. I didn't see it, but I saw that it happened.
You saw the comedy festival. Okay, well, we're going to avoid that train wreck of a what
Uh,
side are you on? You're going to get
Disaster.
canceled. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're going to avoid that. I'm going to bring you to a really fun thing to talk about. The tennis tournament that occurred over the weekend.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so basically, six people did this. The top tennis guys did this tournament or whatever. Yannick Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz, all the guys.
Okay.
Taylor Fritz, and so um, anyway, the thing I noticed is I watched the finale, and I watched and I never do this. I never watch the ceremonies at the end because I just don't really care or whatever. And so I watched this one for some reason, and they gave the trophy to Yannick Sinner, and dude, it is a golden tennis racket, solid gold tennis racket. And I just want to tell you some numbers here. So I looked it up. It weighed. This is the trophy. This is the trophy. This is not the prize. I mean, he probably got a lot of money too. This is just the trophy. It is 3 kilograms of solid gold. 3 kilograms.
Okay.
So some numbers. That is about 105 ounces of gold. And at $4,300 per ounce for gold, the value of that trophy that he won is something in the neighborhood of $452,000.
Okay. What carat gold is that?
I don't. Well, don't
Okay.
ask me any more questions about it. I don't
Okay.
know
All
anymore.
right.
That's all I know.
All right. I'm gonna let that go. All right. Three kilograms of gold. Did you say 3 kilograms?
I said, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a
three
minute.
kilograms.
Hang on a second. Let me look it up. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on.
All right.
Solid gold tennis racket. Hang on.
I don't want you spreading misinformation on this podcast. This
Oh,
is
are you questioning? Are you
gold
questioning?
standard. Yeah, we need gold standard information here.
1 kilogram. Correct me here. 1 kilogram is something in the neighborhood of like 35 ounces of like actual material, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just wanting to know what the carat weight of the tennis racket is? Like what the not carat weight, but like the carat purity? You want to know, is it 14 carat? Is it 24
Oh,
carat?
sorry. Hold on.
I assume it's 24 karat gold. I don't know.
3 kil. Oh, okay. No, you know what? You're right. I was wrong.
Wow.
Okay.
Clip this, everyone. Clip. Oh, buddy, you're gonna be all over
I was
TikTok.
totally off. Yeah.
You are done for.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I even double checked my numbers. It sounded strange. Yeah, that's pretty rough for you. Yeah. So about 100, roughly 100 ounces of gold, basically. And assuming it's solid, whatever, 450 something $1,000.
Wow. Just in the material, just in the gold and whatever other material.
Straight up gold. I mean, that's not even talking about. I mean, someone made a tennis racket out of it. I mean, that's not like the labor. I mean,
A
it had
lot of
strings.
labor.
It,
Yeah.
it had gold strings, like it's a tennis racket. Yeah,
Yeah.
I doubt they have a big press that can form that. I'm sure that was
Yeah.
made.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's only the trophy. So that's anyway. I saw that. It's just a cool, it's interesting jewelry thing. I mean, it's a lot of gold.
That's why we're spotlighting the Saudis in this.
That,
That is
I'm
that
just saying
was
they
that
had
to your
to.
point? Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying I know they
They
don't.
had to replace that gold. They
They had to
needed to get
replace
the
all that.
gold from
Yeah.
somewhere.
I
Yeah.
know they're listen, hey guys, the economy's tough. I know the Saudis. I know they're kind
I
of
get it.
hurting for cash
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they can't just
Yeah.
throw around 3 kilograms of gold without replacing it.
For sure. Yeah.
And so I'm just saying it's very funny that a bunch of royal jewels go missing and then all of a sudden a golden racket gets given away.
Yeah. Obviously, that's
Just an
that
interesting.
seems like, yeah, two things that, I mean, could be a coincidence.
Those are two things. I'm seeing correlation, maybe some causation. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
just seeing. I'm seeing A, and then I'm seeing B here, and I'm seeing like a pretty straight line here between them.
That is fair. All right. Yeah. And if, again, if Six Kings was the name of the tournament,
Yeah, that's what it said on. Yeah.
we're open for sponsorships. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Please, Saudi princes,
Yeah,
please
please.
sponsor us. Yeah.
All
We don't
right.
ask any questions.
Well, I got to jump, but
Okay. Yeah.
this is,
This
yeah.
has been good. Interesting. A jewelry heist. You don't get that very often.
You don't get that. Yeah. Stay tuned for updates. We'll see.
Stay. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure all this stuff out. So, all right. Well, we'll jump off here.
All right.
All right.
All right. All
We'll
right.
see you
Sounds
guys next
good.
time.